Well, if I seem a little bit groggy, at least up until this first set, it's because I slept today till 12:15 in the afternoon. Called out of work. I felt horrible last night. Still felt pretty shitty this morning. But it's crazy what, you know, good long rest will do. I mean, a lot of times that's the best medicine. Just fucking sleep the shit off. Now, I'm still coughing. My throat's still a little sore. But compared to last night and yesterday, I feel quite a bit better. So, here's the hoping it doesn't creep back up on me and I can have a pretty decent workout. But because I actually, like I said, I called out of work this morning, felt like shit. I woke up just long enough this morning to try to get ready for work. Quickly realized, no, I'm not doing this shit today. I just wasn't gonna do it. And then I went right back to sleep. But I even considered this morning, for the brief amount of time I was awake, I considered skipping the gym today. And there's still an argument to be made that maybe I should have. Maybe I should have just skipped, get that extra rest. But I mean, I went to bed last night at like probably 9:30, which for me, that's early. And like I said, I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I was only up for probably maybe 30 minutes. Went back to sleep and didn't wake back up until 12:15. So, I got decent rest there. Actually, really good because I feel, again, my chest is still a little congested. My throat hurts a little bit, but it's way better than what it was. So I'm gonna try to get a good back, and I'm considering, what is this, like? This is gonna be like the fourth week in a row that I'm gonna say this, but I'm considering skipping biceps today. The problem is every time I say it, when it actually comes time to skip, I just can't do it because like I tell myself my bicep training I only do 3, 4 sets anyways. So what's the point of skipping it? It's not like I'm doing 12 sets of biceps or something. But we'll see. I'll do this, and then typically, like always, I'll go do biceps right after. Maybe I might mix it up today. Maybe I'll do this first, and then do another back exercise, and then if I'm gonna do biceps, I'll do it after that. We'll see. But this is probably gonna feel, I don't know, I don't know. The warm ups felt alright, but just knowing that I'm a little sick, I'm trying to prepare myself for the what if this is too heavy. Because there's a chance it could be. But I'm ready. I'm ready to just jump into it. Like I said, once I get this first set done, I think it'll wake me up pretty good. And because I am, man, I'm still groggy. I took my pre-workout about 20 minutes ago. You should usually be kicking in by now. I mean, I'm not feeling much of anything. So, and I keep sweating like a lot, which is not a good sign either because I haven't done anything. So, yeah, let's just do this first set and see. Well, the last time I did this, it definitely felt easier. Shit. I will say though, again, I'm trying to make controlling the weight a big part of my training as of late. I may have took that even a little too far with that because I was almost doing negatives there. But um, considering that, it was pretty good. And one set already. Just sitting here. I like to do this after a set. Whatever muscle I worked, and obviously it's my lats and my back. Just sit here and kind of squeeze them. And after just one set, I can feel it already, a burning. So, not bad. What I do, 10 or 11 reps. See if I can survive a couple more with the drop set, and then we'll go from there. All right, I kind of unleashed a little more on that set. Was it as controlled? No, but still not bad. And this is really kind of where you find out what you're made of, because it's a lot easier to come in here and train whenever you feel good, whenever you're motivated, and whenever you're not, it's so easy to just make excuses. So easy, because not to pat myself on the back, but I really do not feel like training today at all. But I know as soon as I get done, I'm gonna be so happy and just grateful that I did, that I even can. But yeah, usually the people that only make it here on the good days, I hate to say it, you know, they don't last, or they don't ever reach their full potential. Sometimes not even close. It's on the bad days when you're exhausted, you're tired, you're a little sick. I'm not dying or anything by no means, but I am a little under the weather. It's even making it kind of hard to breathe. But here I am, and that's kind of how you gotta approach the gym. A lot of times, it's not gonna be perfect. You have external forces and um, things outside of the gym, kind of holding you back or slowing you down. You just gotta keep showing up though, and that's how over the course of 14 years, going on 15, I wouldn't say I have the best genetics in the world, not even close, but they're good enough that 14 years of consistent training, I've separated myself from a lot, a lot of people. And that's just kind of how it works. Unless you have Ronnie Coleman level genetics, then kind of a shortcut. It's a little easier. He's still, he's still trained hard. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just, um, I don't know. Again, not that it was easier, it's just quicker, But all right, let me catch my breath. I'm gonna do one more with the drop set. The drop set's only gonna be one plate on each side. That's all I'm gonna do today. Do I gotta do drop set? Oh man, yes I do. Okay, that's it here. I think I will do another back exercise next before, if I even do biceps today. But yeah, that's it here. Whew. Very effective way to start. It did wake me up, but I'm still feeling it a little bit. Not in the best way either. All right, we're gonna keep it simple after what I just did because that whooped my ass. Um, it was like when I got done, maybe I wasn't breathing right, but that's because it's kind of hard to breathe with what I got right now. But I was getting like spells in and out of getting lightheaded, and I'm still getting them right now. So you guys watch long enough, you might get to see me pass out on camera. I'll leave it in. I swear I will. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna. Normally, I would start on 18. For anyone who doesn't know, this goes from 1, and then maxed out is all the way at 20. Normally, I would start on 18 and kind of work up from there. I might just keep it at 18 and try to get 3 good sets, throw in a drop set, and go from there. Call it good. Because as entertaining as it would be for you guys to see me pass out, I don't want to if I can help it. So yeah, I don't want to push myself. I mean, you guys know I'm all about pushing hard. But whenever you're a little sick, you gotta. I'm not gonna hold back, but I'm also not gonna, try to kill myself, which is honestly a lot of times what I'm doing here. I'm pushing extremely hard. So instead of stopping 1 rep short of failure or even hitting failure, maybe I'll stop 2 or 3 short. But then again, that's easier said than done. Once I get into the set, I'm in the set. So all bets are off. But Let's try it. All right, fuck it. Let's do a little bit of biceps. Why not? Again, just a little bit, but I feel good enough. Let's do them. All right, I'm not gonna get too crazy with my bicep training today, and it kind of works out because if I remember correctly, last Tuesday I did the one arm dumbbell preacher curls. Out of all the bicep exercises that I do regularly now, those are the most difficult. So, one, considering I'm a little sick. Two, considering I like to do it like this, considering I did my hard, quote unquote, bicep exercise last Tuesday. Why not follow it up this week with something a little more, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to push it, but a little more straightforward. Um, no stability required. It's on a machine. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. So, but I will like to, I kind of like to think of my training week to week like that. Like if one week I do, say, free weight incline bench press, the next week there's like a 95% chance I'm gonna do something a little easier, like Smith machine or the plate loaded chest press machine over here, and that goes with everything, you know. Now, if you're a newbie, if you're a beginner, you can get away with doing the difficult exercises back to back to back, whatever, more frequently. But as you get stronger, um, the more mileage you put in here, the more you're gonna have to kind of regulate your training that way. At least in my opinion, because I mean, think about it. If you're getting stronger, you're lifting more weight, you're gonna need that much more recovery to repair the muscles and get your body ready for the next workout. At least that muscle group ready for the next workout, whether it's 2 3 days later or a week later, whatever your split is. But like if you're benching, if you're a newbie and you're in here doing 135 for sets of 8 to 10, it's a little easier to recover from than if you've been training for 5+ years and you come in and you're doing 315 for sets of 8 to 10. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of helps to maybe alternate weekly like that. Do your tough exercise. Now I don't always do this, but do one tough exercise one week, and the week after start with something a little easier and just kind of alternate that back and forth. But anyways, I hope I kind of made that as clear as I could make it. Let's do the first one. I was fully expecting to say at the end of this set, that was a little easy, let me go up. And it still was easy, but I think I'm going to stick with it. I had really good control, and it just felt good. There's no sense in going super heavy on this today. I don't think so. Again, with me being sick, me doing some of the kind of harder stuff for biceps last week, you know what I mean? We're going to keep the reps a little higher on a machine, so it's a little easier, and just get a nice bicep pump here. It's more than a pump. Like I'm pushing it. Um, I think you guys get what I'm saying now. A little something more straightforward and I guess easy. That's the only way I can think to explain it. But yeah, we'll do two more with a drop set, and then we'll wrap this up with some back. Fuck. All right, let me get a little hydration before this big drop set, and a little bit more. I think that's good. Oh, what's going on? My biceps are just quitting on me. Shit. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna listen to them because they were screaming for mercy. Fuck. You know that actually might be a product of me doing those reverse grip pull downs before this. Because you guys know, anytime you do reverse grip, I mean, if your mind muscle connection's right and you're wanting to hit your back, you're gonna hit your back more for the majority of it, but you're still gonna get some biceps involved. Maybe that's why this was a little more difficult. The first set was fine, but then the second and third, and especially the drop set, whoo, whooped my ass. That's the kind of ass whooping I like, you know, when it's from the gym, when it's from the set. All right, let's do one more back. Man, it's been a while since I've done this. I didn't really realize it until I started loading the plates on here, and I was like, I mean, it's been almost a fucking month probably since I've done this exercise. Now, there's a chance this weight, I got 4 plates on each side, which, you know, if I'm fresh, not a problem. But obviously, I'm not fresh. So there is a chance this might be too heavy. And if it is, you know, I'll go down to 3 plates, 2 plates, 1 plate, no plates. I don't know. Whatever I gotta go down to. Now I'm hoping, you know, I did a little feel out set with 3 plates on each side, and it felt fine. But for anyone that uses these wrist wraps, you guys know they make a big difference. So I'm hoping throwing these on, adding that extra plate on each side, that it's gonna feel pretty good. Dare I say that was perfect? Maybe not perfect. It's fucking close. I think it's good. 2 more like that. What a workout. I'm fucking done. Yep, I'm done. I will say though, this workout went a lot better than I thought. And oddly enough, I felt, I mean, I'm still sick, but I felt I was feeling pretty rough, probably like the first 30 minutes of this workout. And I feel pretty good right now. It's fucking weird. It almost makes me want to keep going, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. So let's go check out this pump. Whew. I didn't record this last little superset that I did. But you guys know I'm still hanging on, and I'm doing a little bit of chest about 4 times a week. 2 of those days, full chest days. The other two, I'm just throwing them in at the end of, like today, back of biceps. And I did a little superset. I did deficit push-ups with dumbbells, max reps, straight into bent over rows with the dumbbells that I was using, which were 35 pounds each. And I was doing sets of like 40 or 50 reps, 2 each. So it was 4 total sets, 2 each, well over 150 reps. But yeah, it got me fucking pumped. I mean, like, extremely pumped to the point that uh, my posing might actually be affected a little bit. Let's do some with the shirt on. Not much, you guys know. I'll do a couple. See if I like the lighting. All right, I kind of suspected my posing would take a hit. I even said it earlier before I started, and it did. I'm just sore everywhere. Damn. Still, it was a good fucking workout. Maybe just a little too good with the effect it's having on me right now. But now, rather than do 20 minutes on the bike or something, I'm gonna do some abs. Yeah, that's right. You heard me correctly. I'm trying to up my ab training. It's like 3 times a week instead of just a measly one, which is what I've been doing. But my ab training, I don't use any weights. It's all body weight, um, high reps, but I'm still squeezing my abs as hard as I can when I'm doing it. Because I mean, if you think about it, just like lifting weights with anything else, the more you add weight to that specific body part, the more muscle you're going to put on. And I don't want my waist getting blocky. I mean, I'm already having trouble losing that extra little bit of fat from my bulk right here. Um, but anyways, if you start adding too much weight to your ab training, I mean, I don't know. Most people will probably be fine, but it can make that waist appear wider. The more muscle you put on, the more weight you add. So I just do body weight. I do a lot of reps. I'll probably do close to 400 total reps, different variations. I do a lot of like leg lifts and in and outs to hit that lower portion of the abs. But yeah, I don't do a ton of weight training for my core. I will throw it in occasionally. Just that's mainly just because if I get bored of doing the same fucking shit all the time. But for the most part, I don't. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna knock these abs out, and I don't know. I still might ride the bike for a little bit, maybe. But the main thing is I'm trying to up the ab training, tighten the abs a little more. To hopefully, help me lose that little bit, another 5 or 10 pounds of fat that I'm trying to lose. Get down to like two. If I lose 10 more pounds, that'll put me at 213, probably 7-ish% body fat, maybe 8. That's not bad. From there, I might keep going, or I might do a little mini bulk again. Just depends. But yeah, let me knock these abs out, and I'm out of here.